Have you heard your body's quiet please lately? What if the creak in your knees as you climb the stairs, or the way your joints groan like an old wooden floor each morning isn't just aging? Picture this. You're standing under the warm spray of your shower, watching a swirl of hair spiral down the drain. More than yesterday, more than feels right. Or maybe it's that mid-afternoon slump when your energy fades like a candle flickering out, leaving you wondering where the day went. We've all heard it whispered. That's just what happens as the years pile on. But what if those whispers are your body begging for help? And what if the answer's been hiding in your kitchen all along? I'm talking about a duo so simple, so humble, it's easy to overlook. Castor oil and baking soda. Not some flashy new supplement or a pill with a mile-long list of side effects, but a remedy our grandparents swore by. A golden oil and a powdery staple that together weave a kind of quiet magic. This isn't just nostalgia talking. Science is finally catching up to what generations before us knew in their bones. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on 6 ways this forgotten pair can shift how you feel. Practical, evidence-backed applications that might just leave your doctor raising an eyebrow. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's rediscover a wisdom that's been waiting patiently for us to come back around. Oh, and I'd love to know, where are you joining me from today? Drop your city below, and let's start this journey together. Part 1. A remedy older than time. Long before pharmacies lined every street with their fluorescent glow, before medicine cabinets brimmed with orange bottles and fine print warnings, there was castor oil. Imagine a thick, amber liquid, pressed from the seeds of the Ricinus communis plant, sitting in a glass jar on your great-grandmother's shelf. It wasn't just a tool for her, it was a trusted companion. She'd dab it on a scraped knee, rub it into an aching back, or mix it with a pinch of something simple to soothe a restless night. This isn't some newfangled discovery we've stumbled upon. It's a thread of wisdom stretching back thousands of years, one we're finally remembering how to hold. Picture ancient Egypt, 3,500 years ago. Physicians in linen robes prescribing castor oil for everything from wounds to weary eyes. In India, Ayurvedic healers wove it into their practices, trusting its warmth to balance the body's energies. Even in early America, doctors with leather satchels slung over their shoulders carried it alongside their stethoscopes, ready to ease a patient's pain or calm a fevered brow. What makes it so special? Its heart is ricinoleic acid, a rare fatty acid that's 90% of its makeup. A powerhouse that sinks deep into your tissues, quieting inflammation, coaxing blood to flow, and nudging your body toward healing in ways we're only now starting to measure. Now, add baking soda to the mix, that unassuming white powder you've probably got tucked behind the spices. Its alkaline nature dances with the oil, neutralizing acids and helping it slip through your skin like a key into a lock. Together, they're more than the sum of their parts, a delivery system that amplifies the oil's gifts. Think of World War II, when castor oil wasn't just in soldiers' medical kits to mend their wounds, it was greasing tank gears too. That's the kind of versatility that sticks with you. I can't help but marvel at how this remedy has outlasted every passing health craze. Snake oil tonics, miracle powders, you name it. While those faded into history, castor oil sat quietly on the sidelines, waiting for us to notice it again. Did your grandmother ever press it into your chest when a cold took hold? Maybe your uncles swore by it for his trick knee? I'd love to hear your stories, those little threads that tie us back to this timeless fix. Part 2. Easing pain without the pill bottle. Remember when hopping out of bed was as easy as breathing? When a day in the garden left you with dirt under your nails, not a week of stiffness. For too many of us, those days feel like a distant memory. Take Clara, a 69-year-old gardener from Savannah, who used to spend hours tending her roses. Lately, though, her knees protest every step, a dull ache that's become her shadow. She's not alone. Over 50 million Americans over 52 wrestle with chronic pain, a thief that slips in and steals the joy from the things we love. We're told it's just age creeping in, but I've learned something. Growing older doesn't have to mean living in discomfort. Castor oil steps in where pills fall short. Painkillers might hush the ache for a few hours, but they're like a band-aid on a leaky pipe, temporary and sometimes with a cost. Ricinoleic acid, though, goes deeper. It seeps into your tissues, calming the inflammation that's stoking the fire, boosting blood flow to sweep away the debris of pain. Add baking soda, and it's like giving the oil a megaphone, neutralizing acidic buildup around your joints, letting the healing sink in further. It's not masking the problem, it's coaxing your body to mend itself. Clara's story brings it home. After years of wincing up her porch steps, she tried this: 2 tablespoons of castor oil, a half teaspoon of baking soda, warmed between her hands like a secret she'd just uncovered. She massaged it into her knees, the oil slick and golden against her skin, then draped a warm towel over them. 30 minutes later, she stood up. And for the first time in years, the stairs didn't feel like a mountain. "It's like my knees remembered how to move," she told me, her voice bright with wonder. She does it 3 times a week now, and the relief builds, not fades, with time. Try it yourself. Mix the duo, rub it into your sore spots, knees, back, hands, 3 or 4 times a week. You might feel a shift in a week, real ease in a month. No side effects, just your body doing what it's meant to. But a quick note: test a small patch of skin first, and if your pain's a mystery or fierce, check with your doctor. This isn't about replacing care, it's about adding options. Where does pain nag you most? I'd love to know what you might try this on first. Part 3. A gentler night for men. Gentlemen, let's talk about the midnight shuffle. Those bleary-eyed trips to the bathroom that fracture your sleep. Meet Daniel, a 75-year-old retired mechanic from Boise, who used to joke he knew every creak in his floorboards, from pacing to the toilet 5 times a night. It's not just annoying, it's exhausting, and it's more common than we admit. That walnut-sized prostate gland, once a quiet neighbor, starts growing with age. Benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, the doctors call it. It squeezes your urethra, nudges your bladder, and suddenly, rest feels like a dream you can't catch. The usual fixes: pills that leave you dizzy, or sap your spark, or surgery that makes any man pause. But Daniel found another way. Castor oil's anti-inflammatory magic, paired with baking soda's boost, can ease that pressure when applied as a pack. It sinks through your skin, calming the swelling, giving your body room to breathe. Daniel was dubious at first. Oil on my belly? Really? But 6 weeks in, he's down to 1 trip a night, sometimes none. "I feel like me again," he says, grinning like he's reclaimed something precious. Here's how he does it: 3 tablespoons of castor oil, a teaspoon of baking soda, blended smooth. He spreads it over his lower abdomen, and that tender spot below, covers it with a cloth, and rests with a heating pad for 45 minutes, 3 times a week. It's not instant, but by week 2, the urgency softens. By 6, sleep feels whole again. Keep up your doctor visits. This isn't a cure-all, just a helper. If things shift fast or hurt, get checked. How many times do you wander at night? I'd love to hear where you're at with this. Part 4. Bringing back your hair's glory. Ever catch your reflection and wonder when your hair started thinning? For Lila, a 67-year-old artist from Tucson, it was the widening part in her chestnut locks that stung. Hair loss sneaks up, more strands in the brush, a crown that's less lush. It's not vanity, it's how we see ourselves. Age ramps up an enzyme that turns testosterone into DHT, shrinking follicles until they give up. Minoxidil helps some, but it's a lifetime commitment with risks. Castor oil, though, offers a gentler fight. Its compounds nudge that enzyme aside, while fatty acids feed your scalp, waking up blood flow. Baking soda clears the gunk, letting the oil dive in. Lila laughed when her son suggested it. Sounds like a kitchen experiment, but 3 months of massaging a warm paste into her scalp twice a week, and her mirror tells a new story. My hairdresser saw the baby hairs before I did, she says, twirling a thicker strand. Mix 3 tablespoons of oil with a teaspoon of soda, rub it in, let it sit 30 minutes or overnight, then rinse. Patience pays off. Less shedding in a month, new growth in 3. Where's your hair whispering for help? I'm curious. Part 5. Calming the storm in your gut. Does your belly ever feel like it's staging a revolt? For Esther, a 70-year-old bookkeeper from Harrisburg, bloating turned meals into dread. I'd swell up like a balloon, she says. And nothing helped. Aging slows digestion. Fewer enzymes, lazier muscles, touchier guts. Castor oil packs shift the tide, boosting circulation to your organs, soothing inflammation, and nudging your vagus nerve to settle things down. Baking soda balances the acid inside and out. Esther's trick: 3 tablespoons of oil, half a teaspoon of soda, soaked into a flannel over her abdomen, warmed with a pad for 45 minutes, 3 times a week. 2 weeks in, the bloating eased. A month later, meals were joy again. For a gentle internal nudge, she sips a 1/4 teaspoon of oil and a pinch of soda in warm lemon water once a week, slowly upping it if her stomach agrees. Check with your doc if you've got serious gut woes. What's your digestive nemesis? I'd love to hear. Part 6. Warming your heart and hands. Ever notice your fingers icing up, even indoors? Or feel winded after a short climb? That's circulation slowing, a quiet shift as vessels stiffen and capillaries fade. For Henry, a 79-year-old mail carrier from Duluth, cold feet and leg cramps were his daily grind. Castor oil's nitric oxide boost opens blood flow, while ricinoleic acid thins and soothes. Baking soda fine-tunes the balance. Henry massages 4 tablespoons of oil and a teaspoon of soda into his legs and hands, wraps them warm, and elevates them 20 minutes, 3 times a week. I'm keeping up with the grandkids now, he beams. 2 weeks for a spark, a month for real warmth. What circulation quirks bug you? Tell me. Part 7. Unwinding skin and soul. Your skin's a map of your life. Laugh lines, worry creases, the dry patches of time. Stress, too, digs deeper as we age. For Miriam, a 73-year-old teacher from Boulder, both hit hard. Fine lines and a tension she couldn't shake. Castor oil sinks past the surface, feeding collagen and elastin, while baking soda buffs and balancers. It also calms your nerves, easing you into rest. Miriam's ritual: a teaspoon of oil, a quarter teaspoon of soda, smoothed onto her face and pressure points, temples, chest, neck, for 20 minutes, twice a week. "I sleep like a stone now," she says, her skin softer, her spirit lighter. Where's stress showing up for you? I'm all ears.